I'm currently reading Wuthering Heights for the very first time before the new movie comes out, and I just wanted to kind of go a little bit more in depth and talk about my thoughts about some of the chapters. Don't know if I'll go through all of them because there's a lot of information in this book. There will be spoilers, I guess. I know this book is super old, but just so you know, if you haven't read it, I'm going to be talking about the details. So I've tried to summarize chapters 1 through 3 a million times on here, and it is so much information happens in those first 3 chapters, but I'm going to try to do my best. So we're introduced to Lockwood, who is meeting Heathcliff because he is renting Thrushcross Grange, try saying that 10 times fast, from Heathcliff. And they're meeting at Wuthering Heights. So we're getting descriptions about Wuthering Heights and the setting of the home and how isolated and cold it kind of is. Also, Lockwood is being introduced to Joseph and Hareton and Catherine, and he's trying to figure out the dynamics of everyone. It's a little confusing. So Lockwood ends up having to stay overnight at Wuthering Heights because it snows so much he can't get home, and he ends up finding a book with a name scratched all over it: Catherine Earnshaw, Catherine Heathcliff, Catherine Linton. And in some of the writings in the book, it describes how Catherine and Heathcliff grew up and how Heathcliff was not very liked by Catherine's brother Hindley. So we're starting to get an idea of why Heathcliff is the way he is. And eventually Lockwood has this sort of dreamlike vision of Catherine, and Heathcliff comes into the room and Lockwood sees kind of how distraught he is. And at the first opportunity, Lockwood leaves Wuthering Heights to go back to TG. I know I glazed over a lot of information there, but those first 3 chapters, I will say, were kind of hard for me to get through. I can't believe so many people read this in like middle school, because I feel like I'm having trouble even as an adult comprehending some of the stuff in here, just because of the way it's written. Obviously it's a very like old English way of talking. Also the way Joseph talks is very difficult to read. So those first 3 chapters I definitely had to like take some time and really like think about what was being said and understand it. I did watch some videos of people breaking it down more in depth. I just want to say, if you're struggling with the first 3 chapters of this book, it does get better. Chapter 4 does get better, I promise. I was worried after reading the first 3 that I wasn't going to be able to finish the book, because I was like, if this is how the rest of the book is, I don't know if I can do it. But as you can see, I'm making it through. I'm about halfway through now, but I promise you, it does get easier and it does get better. Just stick with it.